Hey guys, it's Drea. So I wanted to do another all-day wear test with a new foundation for you. I'm getting a little bit of a late start. I don't know if you can tell. This is very light. It's white on white almost, but it's 11:15. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start, which I didn't want to do, but that's what happened. So I think I can probably do an 8-hour wear test today, which is pretty typical for most people, I think. Some people are going to be a little bit longer, but this is what we're going to have to do. Okay, so the foundation I am testing is the Estee Lauder DoubleWear Nude Water Fresh Makeup, and it is SPF 30. This is brand new. I was so excited when I saw this on Sephora's website because I'm a huge fan of the regular Estee Lauder, just the DoubleWear. And when I saw they were making a new version of DoubleWear, I was like, what? I need to try that. So now I own both. But I am going to try this one out today, and let's just get started. So this is $48 in Canada. It looks like there's 12 shades on the Sephora website so far. I just picked up the shade 2N1 Desert Beige, which is the exact same shade that I wear in the regular DoubleWear. I'm on the Sephora app right now. Let's just read what this says it does. It says it's a fluid, long wear makeup with SPF 30 and antioxidants that feels like you have nothing on. This fresh feeling makeup offers a look and feel of flawless skin, plus real protection and 24-hour staying power. Well, I'm sorry, I can't test it for 24 hours. The Water-Light Fluid formula moves comfortably with your skin for fresh, natural, healthy, and even-toned appearance. It says it's medium coverage, and right at the bottom, it says what else you need to know. This product is oil-free and oil-controlling. It is ophthalmologist and dermatologist tested, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah, but it says it's oil-controlling. If you've never been to my channel before, welcome. I have very, very, very oily skin. So it is summertime. It's supposed to be a nice day out, 25 degrees here. I don't know. We'll see how it holds up. This is going to be a test for it. So as with the other Estee Lauder DoubleWear, it does not come with a pump. That's my main complaint. I think if you're going to pay the price of, you know, a $50 foundation, like every other foundation I buy has a pump. Why can Estee Lauder not get their act together with that? I don't know, but they don't. By the way, this says shake well, so let's shake it up. So about half an hour ago, I washed my face, moisturized, and I just put on my NARS Smooth and Protect Primer. I'm going to do half my face with a brush and half my face with a sponge. Okay, yes, so far I do think this does exactly what it says it does. Medium coverage. It looks very skin-like. It looks very natural. I didn't have any problem blending it out. There's no streakiness at all. So now I'm going to do the side with the brush. I definitely feel like I'm getting some brush strokes with the brush that I cannot blend out. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit with the Beauty Blender. So I would say just stick with the Beauty Blender for this foundation. I don't feel like I got higher coverage on the side with the brush anyway, so it's not like there's any reason to use a brush, so just use the Beauty Blender. I'm definitely liking this so far. I have a lot of experience with how this wears, so I'm very curious about how this is going to wear throughout the day, especially because it says it's 24-hour. One other thing I wanted to mention, just something really small, but I like how the bottles are different, just so that if you are grabbing for one, you know which one you're getting. And this one also has an expiry date right on it, probably because of the SPF, but that's something I really appreciate too. In terms of the shade, not the coverage level, but the shade, I think the shade is exactly the same as my regular Estee Lauder DoubleWear. So I have 2N1 in both of these. If you have the regular DoubleWear and you want to try this, I would say just get your regular shade. And just off the bat, I really, really, really do think this looks like skin, like very, very skin-like. So I am so far impressed. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and come back and check in with you guys. So I'm done the rest of my makeup. I feel like after really looking at this, it feels like it's more than medium coverage. Like it looks like it's medium to full. It really does. I feel like it's covering up a lot. It's looking good. It's still looking like skin. I really am enjoying it so far. So I think, what did I put this on? 11:15. We should be able to check in later today, give it a full 8 hours, see how it works. It does say it's oil controlling. My skin tends to produce a lot of oil throughout the day, so we'll have to see. I will check it at some point in natural light so you can see how it looks, but that's it for now. It is 2:58, so that's been what, 3 3/4 hours? Almost 4 hours I've been wearing this. I wanted to give you guys an update in natural light, so I'm sitting beside a window. I think you can see like just how nice and natural and skin-like it looks. I have been in air conditioning all day today. I've just been, you know, doing computer stuff, haven't been running around or sweating my butt off or anything. I'm specifically skipping the gym today just to do this for you guys. But yeah, I think that it looks really good still. It is controlling oil. Like normally I would have, oh, clouds. Normally I would have quite a bit of oil, usually at about the 3 hour mark. Even some of my favorite foundations, I usually have to blot and repowder after 3 hours. And honestly, after this, I probably will blot a little bit because I am starting to get a little dewy looking, you know, but it's not horrible. It's not breaking up in my face anywhere. So far so good, and I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock exactly. After I last checked in with you, I ended up walking to the mall and back. That took me about half an hour in pretty good amount of heat. I was sweating a little bit, and this foundation still held up pretty well through that. And then we ended up going out to dinner, which I was not planning on, so that's why I'm checking in a little bit later than I thought I would. But it's good because I ended up wearing this now for like 10 hours almost. And I will say, probably in the last hour, it started breaking down a little bit. I think you might not be able to tell, but I can tell it's starting to kind of separate just a little bit on my chin, which is my oiliest area. And my second oiliest area right here, also breaking down just a touch. But overall, I think it held up really good. I did blot and repowder once. That was probably about 3 hours ago. And I definitely sweated off some of the foundation up here, like it's gone. But that was totally the fault of my sweat, not the foundation, because it was pretty hot when I was walking today. So overall, I am very pleased with this. I think it held up pretty well to, like, you have to understand, my skin is the oiliest of the oily. Like, it is so oily throughout the day. I think there's nothing wrong with having to blot and repowder foundation as long as it still looks good throughout the day, because you do have to maintain the foundation. Like, you can't expect the foundation to just last all day without touching it up at all most of the time, especially if you have very oily skin. Now, I am very interested to mix these two together. I want to see what kind of a finish that will give me. I think it'll probably be really nice. And I'm also very interested to see, obviously can't test this now, to see how well this will work in the winter time when it's not super oily time of year, that kind of thing, sweaty time of year. So I think if you have dry skin, you'll probably like this because it is somewhat hydrating. If you have oily skin, just use my face as your point of reference, whether you think it'll be right for you or not, whether that is a good enough amount of oil control for you or not. And that is it for today. So I hope that you found this valuable, and let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you are new here. I'd love to see you around in my future videos, and give this a thumbs up if you liked it. That helps me out so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!